prayer. Go hiding. Mediation prayer. Let us seek the mediation of Konko sincerely and wholeheartedly each and every day. May we receive the mediation of all our hearts and souls on this day, this very moment. Ikirami Konko Daijin Sama, Ikirami Konko Daijin Sama, Ikirami Konko Daijin Sama, Ikirami Konko Daijin Sama. Purification prayer. In the way of mediation, we ask that our apologies be acceptable to you, our divine prayer. We are here on the mistakes and misunderstandings, errors and ignorance of your divine favor. We apologize for all our shortcomings and errors from past generations. Guide us to the way of living to reflect your divine will, with a pure, joyful, and loving heart, always one with you. Ami prayer. Reverently we pray. The brilliance of the heaven, the richness of earth, time flows without cease, years pass without end. In heaven and earth, light and nurtures all. In heaven and earth, it is with us all. For this wondrous work, for these wondrous works, let us praise the Satan and Kami. Let us praise the divine parent of the universe. Come to love and care for all humanity, all those who live between heaven and earth. To the earth come as a divine parent, to living Kami's infinite justice is the way. Yet many have gone the way of lasting greed and selfishness. They suffer sexual misfortunes, greatest Kami's sorrow. Our Holy Father Konko Daijin suffered many trials in this world, but held fast to faith and sincerity. He received complete death blessing and began a life of mutual fulfillment of family and humanity. Humbly we pray. The divine parent to raise us for us will fail. Konko Daijin accepted the call to mediation that is the mutual benefit of family and humanity. By day he taught the way of faith to all who sought him, expounding the blessings of heaven and earth, and he not the coming of night. By night he prayed for those who grieve, seeking salvation for all who suffered, and he not the coming of day. Though years passed and the world changed, he did not look away from his house. The divine has no mediation. Thus was the invitation gift, the guiding principle for our daily life. The divine favor was thus renewed, and blessings flowed continuously, establish the way of eternal prosperity, the way of mediation of the Ikirami Konko Daijin. By this wondrous mediation, we are given knowledge of the way. Through all of our hardships of this world, serving body and soul, the way of mediation teaches us to turn our hearts to Kami, without regard for everyone, whether young or far. The way of mediation teaches us to pray with total trust. Dwelling unaware of divine favor, we offer our sincere apologies and prayers to mend our ways. Let us keep our faith every day, seeking and rejoicing in the divine favor. Let us care for those in pain and invite them to the way. Let us guide those who are lost and awaken them to a life of purpose. Kami is fulfilled in us. We are fulfilled in Kami. May this way of mutual fulfillment be manifested in this world. May Kami's wish for peace and the well-being of all people be fulfilled. So we pray, so earnestly pray. Recitation of Tenchi Kakitsuke. Ikirami Konko Daijin Tenchi Kami no Kami Shin ni Nerae. Okage wa waga kokoro ni ari, kongetsu konnichi de tanomiri. Pray sincerely with all your heart, invite one with Kami's blessings begin within, heart grateful and caring, in harmony and joy. Look to Kami always, now and forever, on this very day pray. Ikirami Konko Daijin Tenchi Kami no Kami Shin ni Nerae. おかげをが心にあり、今月の日で頼み。Pray sincerely with all your heart, divinely and blessings be with you, hearts grateful and caring, in harmony and joy. Good to come always, now and forever, on this very day, pray. Dear Kiami Konko Daijin-sama and the great life force, Tenchi Kami no Kami-sama, we gather at the Konko Missionary with hearts full of gratitude and reverence. This year marks the 85th year since the sacred mission was founded by the late Reverend Haruko Takahashi. We give thanks for her unwavering faith, vision, and devotion, which established this place of worship, and we pray that her Mitama spirit continues to guide us in carrying forth her legacy with dedication and sincerity. As we begin this new week, we are filled with hope and gratitude for the abundant blessings that flow unceasingly from Tenchi Kami no Kami. The divine energy that sustains all life reminds us of the profound connection we share with Kami-sama, one another, and all living beings. May we use this week to deepen our faith, strengthen our connections, and align our hearts with the teachings of Kiami Konko Daijin-sama. As we reflect on the journey of our church and faith, we extend prayers of gratitude and well-being to all Konko churches worldwide, including the spiritual headquarters under the prayers of the sixth spiritual head, Reverend Hiromichi Konko. We are thankful for the blessings of our parent churches, Yamagi Church and Honolulu Church, as well as for the ministers, staff, and supporters of our Konko Kyo community. Today, we offer our sincere prayers for the world's harmony, health, and peace. May your divine light flow through us, blessing every aspect of our being and guiding our thoughts, words, and actions. Even in times that are challenging, we trust in your unwavering presence and grace. Ikiami Konko Daijin-sama, Tenchi Kami no Kami-sama, arigatou gozaimasu. Silent prayer. Thank you. Adoration Prayer, page 7. We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above. We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above. We bow in hasty prayer for earth rich and deep. Living under such gifts of Kami's great giving, how happy and grateful we are. The mediation of Kiami Konko Daijin does not suffer us to the protection of the divine, the grace of all far and wide, the blessings of Kami flow without limit to all generations. The ways of Kami are mysterious and wondrous beyond our understanding. Day by day, every day, earnestly and fervently, we pray for the virtues of Kami, the honor and power of Kami. Shintoku Sanji, page 29. Shintoku Sanji. 仰げ祭れば天高く。仰げ祭れば天高く。愚かみ祭れば地は厚し。神の恵みに生かさるるみの幸いぞありがたきは。我が生き神の恩取りすぎ。人ひもが来る時のなく。天地の神の恩守りとき近きの隔てなし。神慈しみはよろずよにあまねく道で果てしなくかん。計らい 月今日やび祭りてひたすら神の御影をたたえますら神の比例を仰ぎますら
喜怒拝礼。喜怒拝礼。Eternal Prayer, page 12. Spirits of those who have gone before us, you are given the gift of life in this vast and endless universe. Teach us to be faithfully, each according to the Son of years. You will remember eternally, your galaxy gone from generation to generation, honor the foundation of our society, and the roots of our families. Through the mysterious workings of Kan, you enter the Konko faith. You walk the way of Konko Valley, respecting the will of the divine current. You announce great merits through your faith to take place the world beyond, and lead to your sinners. Our gratitude is boundless for your loving favors. We reveal as ancestral spirits of our homes, O divine spirits. We beseech you to stand by us each and every one. You see the figure of our coming, and help us to fulfill our tasks as people without faith. Protect us, guide us, and teach us, that we may never leave the way of faith, that we may give down to all generations, that we may live peace and prosperity within our homes. Protect us, guide us, and teach us. Hearing the Tama spirit of the late Reverend Haruko Takahashi, departed family members, friends, the spirits of the native Hawaiian people, and beloved house pets. On this sacred day, we greet you with heartfelt gratitude and respect. Your spirits continue to watch over us, transformed into the Tama spirits, blessing us with your eternal love and protection. As we celebrate 85 years of blessings in history at the Konko Missionary, we reflect on your dedication, sacrifices, and enduring love that continue to guide us. In the vibrant energy of this year, we feel your presence in every prayer, every word of gratitude, and every act of kindness. We offer our prayers to honor your spirits and express our deep appreciation for the countless blessings you bestow upon us. May you continue to find peace and happiness as your love shapes and sustains our lives. As we reflect in silence, we humbly commit to living in harmony with your teachings and carrying forward the essence of your lives. Thank you for your perpetual guidance, love, and protection. May our hearts resonate with the divine as we begin this new week, and may we carry the spirit of Konko faith forward in our lives. Silent prayer. Yep. So since I'm Day 36. 豊の矢は我が家の神我が神と心尽くしていつき祭らな心尽くしていつき祭らな尊き御親の神たちを海の子のために家の柱を沈め立てたまい初子のために世のなりわいを守り助けたまい隔離世の見えぬ境にましませども見え尽くしみの御心は薄しよに変わらせたまわず先みたまのまさきくさきわえたまいくしびたまのくしびにめぐみたまいて志は薪の柱の動きなくなりわいは結ぶつなめのゆるびなく真心清らに励み努めしめたまいうからやからやわらぎあいていけにうらやすく楽しましめたまいついに移し世のことを得て神の御門に参らん時には必ずしも迎え取りたまい見尽くしみをこむらしめたまわんものと神の実りの絶えなるおかしこみかたじけない御親の恵みのおぼろげならぬおうれしみ喜び申すことを御心も涼やかにきこしめしたまえと申す七くしびの御親の御霊七くしびの御親の御霊七との御親の神七との御親の神自動入り Let us read page 73, the Konko faith our creed. The Konko faith our creed. We believe in Tenchi Kaino Kami, the divine parent of the universe, our founder Konko Daiji, embrace Kami's revelations, and the divine mediator answers the call to eternal mediation. Our continuing goal from moment to moment is to realize Kami within each of us. We are fulfilled through Kami. Kami is fulfilled through us. The happiness of everyone is Kami's greatest wish. We give thanks for Kami's blessings, mysterious, wonders, and mundane. Blessings begin with our own hearts, hearts full of harmony and joy. We pray wholeheartedly to Kami today and every day, trusting Kami as our loving parent, finding peace of mind. We live our faith in service to Kami, each other, and our world, nurturing and nurturing, mutually fulfilled. We revere those who have gone before us. Fear is one with Kami, care for us eternally. We respect and appreciate other paths, taking by humanity for spiritual fulfillment. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today for our Sunday service. From this past Thursday to Saturday, my mom and I, we attended, we joined the Konko Churches of North America Missionary Women's Society group. And it wasn't really a joint function. It wasn't like a KMH KCNA function, but they just wanted to invite just the two of us. I mean, we're very lucky. Thank you, Edna Sensei. So the KCNA women ministers, they haven't really traveled outside of the States since the pandemic. And I guess the whole group came to a consensus and said, why don't we go to Hawaii? It'll feel refreshing to have like a seminar there. And so although it wasn't a joint function, since they're in Hawaii anyways, they wanted to invite just us. And I feel very hesitant that I said, okay, thank you so much for inviting us. It was really, really enjoyable. So the venue was in Waianae. And when Joanne Sensei, she's the one that coordinated all this one, she texted me the venue site, and she said, how about we go to an Airbnb site in Waianae? And the first thought that came to my mind was, Waianae? I don't know if we want to go there. Like, of all places, like even us locals, we stereotype Waianae as somewhere violent, the most dangerous place on Oahu, alongside Kalihi. You hear drive-by shootings, stabbings, more shootings, muggings, random people getting beat up and stuff. And it's like, in my mind, like, if we don't have any reason to go to Waianae, I will avoid there at all costs. It's a really bad stereotype that's instilled in my mind and in the mind of a lot of locals as well. But she sent me the link of the Airbnb site, and it was actually a little bit past Waianae. It was in Makaha Valley. And it blew my mind because I did not know that there was this village or this community in Makaha Valley. It was a gated community amongst many $1 million houses. So in Japanese it's called Kokyu Judakushi, kind of like those really expensive houses in Kahala. And this community is so new that it doesn't even appear in Google Maps. Like there's no satellite image of this community. And we've never ever been there, so my dad had to drive for Friday alone because he was gonna prepare kaisendon, the seafood bowls for us. And then he was very hesitant and anxious to drive an hour from Wahiwa to that area, the gated community. So we did like a practice run, and we went all the way up to the gate because we couldn't go in because we didn't have the code at that time. But it was such a nice drive. And because of that, my dad felt more confident of driving there by himself for Friday. So anyways, it was such a beautiful place, and there's a nice mountain range here and over there, and so quiet. The neighborhood was so, you don't hear no screaming or swearing or nothing. Such a contrast from what I'm used to. But 11 people from the mainland. 11 ですね。People from the mainland.
In person は10ね。
Yeah.
子供1人。
Yeah. So there's 10 adult women and 1 child.
1人 on Zoom.
Yes. And 1 on Zoom. And including my mom and I, so that's what, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 11 in person, 12, 13. So everyone is so nice and full of positive vibes. And the KMH, the Konko Missions in Hawaii, we also have a women's group, the MWSs. But after the pandemic, 5 of them are no longer here with us. They either passed away, 4 passed away, and 1 went to the mainland. So it's like our MWSs group just got cut in half. And like the ones that are left are they're really elderly, so it's really difficult for them to come for our events, and of course the energy level, they're in their 80s already, like, so I wouldn't blame them if they feel really tired for joining these events. So but it was really refreshing talking to these ladies from the mainland and sharing our faith, because most of us grew up in the church, so we kind of know what we go through. And we talked about the theme of the conference, the KCNA Cambridge conference this year, which is pray anytime, anywhere, for anything. And we each had an opportunity to talk about 5 minutes of how we grew up in prayer and how we incorporated prayer in our family and what words of wisdom we have for prayer. And Anya only had 5 minutes, so I just said the usual. We grew up in prayer. It's like my mom instilled the prayers in us before we were even born. And like as soon as we were born too, she wrapped us, swaddled us in a blanket and laid us, the 3 of us, right in front, right here. I still remember, right next to the Osai Sembako. And so there was like 3 bodies. For early morning prayer, this is like 5:30 a.m. prayer. And I still remember the really dim lights and the chanting of the prayers were penetrating every cell in my body. So it was really nice and peaceful. That's all I remember. It was very nice and peaceful. And of course, we were all sent to Amagi and Gohongu, and that was my parents' prayers. And as adults too, we continue to incorporate prayer into our daily lives. And when we need that, because we can pray on our own and receive okage, but when we need that extra prayer, like for these situations that are like way beyond my control, I come to Otodoke and I call my parents up and I continue to incorporate prayer in my life. And I also say Konko-sama, the magic word Konko-sama. If you don't tap into the Wi-Fi of Konko-sama, then it's hard to receive the blessings. The connection is really slow. But if you can tap into the Wi-Fi of Konko-sama, then okage is fast, and the realization of blessings will also be fast. So I shared that. And my mom, she went, her sharing, it was supposed to be 5 minutes of sharing, but she went 25 minutes, and I thought she was only going to talk for 5 minutes, so I kept holding my camera up, and my hands were getting all tired, and she kept going, and I'm like, oh God. 25 minutes. You are going for 25 minutes. And she was like, oh, I had to stop her. But, she had so much to share. And it's topic of prayer. If you talk about the topic of prayer, she will not stop talking. So that's how deep her faith is. So, yeah. But it was really, really great. She talked from her childhood all the way up until her current life. So everybody really got a lot out of Okasa's talking. So, but it was really one sensei, let me see, she talked about, because she's the one that brought her 9-year-old boy with her for the event. And he did his own thing, played video games and whatever, but she explained how she teaches her child how to pray. And ever since he was small, she was like, okay, like, cause their church, like their house is a church, just like over here. So every time when you wake up, before he goes to school, and after he comes back, she tells him, okay, today, every day, name 2 people in your life. It could be your friends, it could be bullies, it could be whoever. Name 2 people that you would like to pray for. And so that little boy, he told the kids 2 names of the people he wants to pray for. And I thought that was really cute. She's training him how to pray, and not only pray for yourself, but pray for other people. And that's really hard to do as kids. You know, you always want me, I want this, I want this, I want that. And even as adults too, we always think about our situation and hardly think about other people. But it's important. She taught us how important it is to pray for others. And one time she mentioned how her child even mentioned Santa Claus's name. What they're looking for Santa Claus. So I thought that was really, really cute. Well, during this 2.5 days event, one great prayer, big prayer I had was, I hope Oma-chan doesn't pass during this event. It's like, you know, she's in her end stage of her life, and she had 2 strokes consecutively. She had 2 strokes. Even my uncle shared MRI of her brain, and there was this really big, pretty big bleed spot, and like one side of her body doesn't move anymore. Her body's swelling up, and she's almost pretty much comatose. However, man, it must be Okasan's prayer. Okasan's prayer is so strong. And I think Kansan was also listening to my prayer too. And I said, oh, Konko, please. It's like, if anything happens to Obacha, if she passes while we are in this MWSS gathering, we're gonna have to leave ASAP. So, but you know, I didn't want any interruptions. And I had my phone on all the time, and just waiting for that possible call from my uncle that grandma maybe had passed. But thankfully, she's actually stabilized. She was in ICU. She had her own ICU bed, and she had IVs going in. But uncle said, interestingly, her condition had stabilized and she had moved to med-surg, step down. And that's a really big miracle for us and for her. And he said that she squeezes her hand still yet in response. And he told her, Bachan, your daughter Reiko is gonna come back on the 27th and 28th. So hang in there. And then she squeezed his hand. And then her eyes are shut, but her smile was like, and then so it's like, oh, Bachan is waiting. Bachan waiting for Okasan to come. And it was like, we had this like gamble of like, what should Okasan go? Should Okasan go or not? And Okasan was like, oh, I don't know. I want to go, yet I don't want to go and come back and she passed away and I gotta go again. And like some people that happens, right? So Okasan was like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it to Konko-sama and Kami-sama, and whatever happens, happens. Cause with her missionary work in Hawaii, she wasn't even expecting to be able to fly back ever to Japan. When she left that country to do missionary work at the age of 26 with my dad, she didn't expect to ever go back to the country. But hontoni okage-sama de, we've been able to. And so I even bought her a round trip ticket to Japan to go see her mom. And but we canceled it. I canceled the ticket once. Yet she had this feeling that, you know what, I think I better go. So I'll post on my dad here, or she ordered tickets again, and she will be going on Tuesday to fly out to Japan and see her mother. So I pray, Oba-chan, will hang in there. I know it's torturing her for all those extra days of having her wait, but she is definitely waiting for my mom's presence. And I told Okasan that, you know, maybe she she needs to hear the final thank yous. It's important to say arigato, konnichiwa, arigato for everything. So, Hoka-san, when you go there, tell your mom thank you for everything you can think of, because she needs to hear that. I think she needs to hear that, and then she can go in peace. But who knows? People graduate hospice, right? So who knows what Machan's going to do? She has been very strong. So that has been really a prayer for us during this gathering that we had with the FWS. So it was really amazing event, and I'm really happy that I was able to again speak with the ladies of FWS KCNA and join in on their gathering. And they had one more theme. We didn't get to talk too much about it. It was called Aging Gracefully. Aging Gracefully. And as women, we don't like to age. It's like we see little gray hairs, we're like, oh no, and then we pluck it out. I used to have my husband pluck out all my white hairs, but now he can't keep up anymore. There's so much gray hair coming up, and I think I have more white hair than my mom. And I used to dye it, but then every couple months I have to dye it, and it's like, what am I doing putting all these chemicals in my hair? And I was like, forget it. I don't care if my hair turns all white. And I was like, you know what? I'm looking forward to having it completely white. Completely white. And then, and I can see like wrinkles on my eyes. Oh man, I'm getting old. And I can feel like my hands are like not as youthful as they used to be. And I used to feel like, oh no, put more cream. I don't like getting old. But there came a point, there's been a point where I was like, well, why am I feeling negative about aging? Why am I feeling negative about wrinkled skin and the spots, there's extra spots on my face and on my neck area? And I was like, what? But I am allowed to live. Kami-sama was allowing me to live an extra day. What am I doing? Why am I doing complaining? This is the body Kami-sama gave me, so I gotta be thankful. And instead of complaining these days, I've been really like, oh, arigato. Thank you, white hairs, man, come on. More! Give me more white hair! And I've been able to gradually embrace this aging process. And arigatai to omoimasu. And even Alice Kawahatsu, she mentioned how Rodney Sensei talked to Alice Sensei about how, wrinkles. I guess people don't like wrinkles, right? And Rodney said, it's totally fine. Wrinkles are totally fine. He loves the wrinkles. Especially the laughter wrinkles. So we gotta really practice laughter in our life. And say, it shouldn't even be a practice. Well, why would they practice laughing, Mm-hmm. Like practicing, like, oh, get up in the morning and just laugh hysterically when there's even nothing to laugh about. Don't do that kind of laughter. Like, have a life where you're laughing naturally. It comes natural. And you're laughing at really, really funny things in your life. And to have those natural laughter wrinkles form is so lovely, I think. Instead of like this one, you're like, so mean on my life. And even if they're laughing and smiling at you, you're still mean at you. Like, hi Edna, how are you? And it's like, I don't want that kind of face. So I do have those wrinkles on my face. I don't know. I do this when I'm like confused. I'm like, what? And I tend to do that, and I have that face sometimes. So I'm like, stop it. And I iron that out. And I have to be mindful that to not make these wrinkles more darker, and make these wrinkles around here and around here. The smile wrinkles are more prominent, and I think that's a really wonderful way to age gracefully and keep Konko Daijin in your life and be surrounded by great people, lovely, lovely people like all of you. So I'm so blessed. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you for your attendance. Edna Sensei mentioned about the prayer. Prayer is prayer is just direct our heart to Kami-sama. It's like the founder said, faith is to direct our heart to Kami-sama. Actually, the 4-line message, Tenchi Kagitsuke. First one, Ikemi Konko Daishin. And second one, Tenchi Kai no Kami Isshin ni Negai ga kaitemasu. Before we direct our heart toward Kami-sama, Kami-sama has already directed his heart toward each one of us. Our relationship to Kami-sama is like parent and child. Child grows up with attention in our parent. Parent always watch direct their heart toward to baby. If a parent do not, I don't care about baby, then child will not grow up. So, because the constant care, constant direction of their heart toward Kami-sama, then child respond to that heart of parent. The same is true. Maybe Kami-sama is only watching us, and when we direct our heart toward Kami-sama, then Kami-sama respond to our maybe prayers. So this is a very simple formula of prayer. So for I sometimes I introduce two ways of understanding interpretation Tenchi Kagitsu. Just recite Tenchi again Konko line Tenchi Kagitsu and pray. Anyway, single-hearted. But the second line Tenchi Kai no Kami Isshin ni Negai. Tenchi Kai no Kami prayed for our well-being at all times. If we understand Kami-sama's basic, fundamental soul, the main soul of prayer to each one of us, then we can understand the meaning of prayer. Just ask you, please give me something. This is not prayer. Just so first we need to understand Kami-sama's constant care, Kami-sama is constantly watching over us. So this is a basic of prayer, I believe. Actually, I was trying to say about why I'm driving. It's so far away. I've never been over there. And so try around. I could go with the help of
GPS.
Google Drive. I just finished cooking, eating, and it's about 6:30. So it just was it's getting dark. So, but I can safely come back. And the following day, I will attend the Ehime Memorial and taking care of my country. And I try to leave about 5:15, and then there was an accident, and I finished the accident. The car is still moving very slowly because of the construction, resurfacing. So when I came back from the Ehime Memorial site to Wahio, I also watched the other side from Wahio to Honolulu. The truck is so dense, they're not moving.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a carpet, like cars. Maybe many people may experience this kind of traffic every single day. What happened? And one accident could make very difficult. I I extend my prayers. People maybe suffering the burden by these situations. This was my thought about this situation. Anyway, thank you very much for attention. God bless.
Sincerely with all your heart, divine wisdom. Family's blessings begin within, hearts grateful and caring, and joy. Look to come always now with on this day.
Twenty-four. Number 16.
Number 16.
16.
Number 16. Number 16. Konko sama imparted. Don't flaunt your intelligence, knowledge, or judgment. He added, wear a belt of sincerity, accumulate divine virtue, and acquire human virtue.
17. Though they say the world is becoming civilized, it is not. It is collapsing. Hence, Konko has come forth to save the world. Said Konko-sama.
18. Konko-sama imparted to me, if you don't practice faith, you will have to throw yourself away to the 88 temples of Shikoku that Kobo Daishi established. There is blessed and awe-inspiring faith. Therefore, you must not get careless in practicing faith, even during good health.
19. Konko-sama told me, when you get old, you will have no requests. 2. Request for a peaceful and sudden death, he imparted.
20. Konko will teach you how to practice faith and become a kami. If you become a kami, you shouldn't rise above kami, warned Konko-sama.
21. Konko-sama gave me a teaching. You need not eat cows nor horses. Kami will give you food to eat. He said this from his maybe
22. Mitsugoro, become a strange person. You cannot practice faith unless you become strange. Konko-sama imparted. Farmers own pasture oxen and horses. They should not eat them torturously. This teaching was not to be said publicly. Konko-sama prayed, even on well-being of oxen and horses.
Hi. おはようございます。Good morning. Thank you for attending. ただいまから歌を4つ歌わせていただきます。いつも同じですけど。お、早い。新人の英語57からです。
With a heart caught up in doubt and worry, I face my life every morning, wanting to shine, but somehow holding back joy and fear, swirling in my heart. Still I know, even when as small as I can run into someday and find a shining, shimmering, brilliant light flowing from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads up high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We're never alone in our lives. When I'm down and ready to surrender, when times are hard and it seems so dark, just know each day that I'm never on my own gives me strength and courage to try harder. Holding hands with my friends standing by my side, sweethearts, together we will walk to the shining, shimmering, brilliant light flowing from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads up high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We're never alone in our lives. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads up high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We're never alone in our lives.
ありがとうございました。Please take care オンラインの方。バイ。
池上本当大新天地神の神真に願い我が心にあり今月本日に頼み Praise sincerely from your heart be one come his presence be in hearts grateful and caring in harmony and joy look down always on
on this and every day we pray.
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。Thank you. Have a good week. Bye bye.